End of the day.
Bro, I don't know why I have such a fucking obsession with fucking Bucky, bro. I just love fucking Winter Soldier, bro, so much, dude. I don't know why.
What's the
He's
best? That's the
just
best MCU movie. That's
he's
why.
just so fucking tough, bro. Like I don't know.
But did you watch Agents of Shield while Winter Soldier like at the same time?
No, I didn't, unfortunately.
I'm telling you, bro, go watch that first season of Agents of Shield, and then halfway through it, watch Winter Soldier, and then watch the rest of the season. Nigga, it's literally the best experience ever. Like it's the craziest shit ever, bro. I love Agents of
Word.
Shield, bro. Like the first
Yeah,
couple of
Battle to the
seasons,
Death.
the
Y'all
first
got
two
Marvel or
seasons
DC?
of Agents of Shield tie into the movie so bad, so good, bro. Until they get to the Inhuman shit.
Yeah. Battle to the Death. Verse. You got Marvel winning or DC winning?
I got DC.
Comic wise, yeah, whole string of comics. Who's winning?
MCU all day. Yeah,
I
for
don't think
example,
so,
for
bro. I got
example,
DC
except
winning.
for
I'm not
I
gonna
got
example,
DC.
Toa and whatchamacallit, fucking who's the god of DC again? Fucking
The
lie. The
one above all and
presence.
the presence.
the presence. One above all is
Yeah.
MCU, bro, ain't it? Or am I
No, no,
tripping?
I was saying both of them. No,
Mm-hmm.
Oh
no, I
Yeah,
was,
but
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Toa's not even the strongest in the verse though. So like,
they are.
the unwritten Leviathan is way stronger than him. He's the embodiment of all fiction.
Bro, what? Toa is. What do you mean the
Yeah,
Whoa,
embodiment?
yeah. So
whoa! Unwritten Leviathan is in
yeah, in
DC.
the DC verse, the Leviathan is the embodiment of all fiction.
Yeah,
So like
that was not
anything
in
that's ever
DC.
been written in a comic book, he's the embodiment of that.
and I got Zatanna over
That's
So
him.
not how that
Toa
works,
gets
bro.
slammed. Any character in the
That's
DC
not
verse
how
gets
that
slammed by the
works.
Leviathan. It is. He's the embodiment of all
I
stories. What are
got
you talking
No,
Zatanna. I
about?
got Zatanna
that's
scaling over
that's
him, though,
not
bro.
how that works, bro. Like,
That
it's the
is.
embodiment of
That is
whatever in
literally how he
DC.
scales.
No, because there are
Yeah,
other
in DC,
characters
that's
who
what I'm
have.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Toa is not the strongest in his verse.
Well,
In the
The
MCU,
would
yes, they
Leviathan
are.
would be.
because Unwritten Leviathan isn't in Marvel. He's in DC. He's a DC, well, more of a DC
Oh
character.
yeah, the
Even though
presence,
he's
the
not
presence,
really a
I
DC
got I
character,
got Toa and the presence mixed up.
he's in Vertigo. But like, he doesn't really show up. He showed
I
up
mean,
like
that
three
counts
times.
still, though, because a lot of Vertigo, like Constantine, nigga.
Yeah,
Uh,
but they actually
you
show up.
got
Like Unwritten Leviathan is like
the
two appearances.
Sandman. You got hella niggas from Vertigo that's really part of DC's like cosmology.
Hulk is
Nigga,
physically the
look,
strongest character in Marvel Comics.
all DC needs is
Nah.
That's
Lucifer
not
and
even
Michael.
remotely
That's
fucking
all
true,
DC
but
need.
sure.
Who's
Lucifer and
stronger than
Michael
him?
can solo all of Marvel, nigga. On the level.
Wally West could technically be stronger if you want to go that route.
What? Wait,
Oh, bro.
which
Okay,
strength do
now
you?
now you're tripping, bro. Now you're
Wait,
No,
tripping.
Wally
Listen,
West could be stronger.
listen. Wally West pretty much
how
has
is Wally
boundless
stronger
speed,
than
right?
Hulk physically?
He beat Instant in a race, so that means he can go at any acceleration.
Uh,
Wait, that would
If you
just
know the
I'm not gonna
distance
lie.
for
talking about
force,
Hold on,
speed. We're
wait.
it's
talking about
mass times
strong strength.
acceleration, bro.
Wait.
That
Hold on.
that
yeah.
wouldn't
Every
even
Flash
be that
has
wouldn't
something.
even
Strength
be
wise,
true.
Wait.
Wally West is throwing the strongest punch in the verse.
Every Flash has a punch called the Infinite Mass Punch, nigga. They can literally punch a nigga out of existence. This shit's crazy.
Wait,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wally West slam.
that's not
Again,
even
I
that
think we're
impressive. That's
forgetting
not even
where
that
Hulk
impressive when you
clapped
have
his fucking
characters.
hands and decimated an entire universe. I think we're forgetting about that.
Well, that's
It's not
cool.
even
He still
impressive when
gets
you have
soloed by
characters like
Wally West for
Thor.
less than a nanosecond.
Well, I don't even think Wally like has the AP to really do anything to Hulk. But
He doesn't need the
besides
AP.
that,
That's what I'm saying.
What?
yeah.
But
Wait, hold on.
he
How can
has
you?
What are
something
we
How can
called the
talking
you?
about?
Infinite Mass
Wait,
Punch that
What? How can you
infinitely.
beat somebody without physically hurting them? What are you talking
But
about?
listen to me. Listen to me. It's
He
called the
can physically hurt them.
Infinite Mass Punch. His base AP is shit, obviously, but he can use his speed to infinitely
Well,
increase his AP. That's what the Infinite Mass Punch
the
is.
infinite
It
mass
hits you with
punch,
infinite
right?
mass.
Also, he has
Well, the
intangibility too. So if he just
well,
like puts a
well,
hole
yeah.
through his
I
heart,
don't think any. Yeah,
we
I mean,
don't.
I don't think like intangibility like literally has like never worked on Hulk as a win con ever. But like, right when it comes to the
Has it been
infinite
used on
mass
him?
punch, yeah, it's been used on him. The last time I think it was used was like 2018 or
By
something like that. Vision. But
yeah, they ain't used that shit right, bro.
whenever it comes to the infinite mass punch, right? For one, like Yeah, because it's called infinite mass, right? It can have infinite mass, cool, right? Like Thor has like infinite strength and was like boxing with Hulk in 2022, right? With like a base Hulk while Thor was gamma amped as well. So you had a gamma amped, bloodlusted Thor who's trying his absolute hardest, right?
Thor with
And still
infinite
couldn't and still
strength.
couldn't and still couldn't even
Where
knock
are we
out
getting that?
Hulk, right? So like just having infinite power,
Where are
infinite
we getting
strength
infinite strength Thor at?
wouldn't.
Hold
Oh,
on. Where are we? Where
yeah.
are we
So
getting Thor with infinite
you
strength?
could use
Is that
Thor.
stated?
You use Thor. Thor lifting Book of Infinite Pages, verbatim stated by the narrator. You could use him overpowering the World Engine, which houses all 9 realms. All in reference to realms, right? They're just the 9 different universes that Asgard has access to, right? All these universes are infinite in size, right? So
That's
that's
definitely not
infinite times
infinite.
9. So, I mean, there's like multiple lines of scaling I can go for, like Thor having infinite strength. He has plenty of
I
feats.
mean,
He also lifted the.
But
infinite
when they
is
say
that?
yeah,
I don't
bro,
think
I
that's
think
on.
I think
Yeah.
more when they
Wait,
say he
how
has.
can you lift a book that's verbatim stated to have infinite pages without having infinite strength? How can you do that?
How can you lift something infinite? That doesn't make
Well,
sense.
that's well. Hold on, wait. I
By
think
doing so.
that's hold on, wait. But I think because I know exactly what story
Conceptually
you're
speaking,
talking
that doesn't
about,
make
and
sense.
I've had this
Wait, hold on.
conversation
Okay,
before.
so how can you punch with infinite force without eviscerating everything else around you?
Physically can. I wasn't defending an infinite mass punch.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
saying he
Well,
could make the mass pretty much boundless, right? So he could do whatever requirement is needed to destroy Hawk. Assuming that Hawk is not outer, he could just punch that sub outer and then destroy him.
Well, that would go into like multiple lines of reasoning, right? But like he wouldn't. He would try his hardest, but I don't think with what we've seen him be able to punch with the infinite mass punch, it's never really done anything particularly
Have we
impressive.
seen Hawk survive it out of his heart in his base form?
Yes.
In his base
In
form,
fact,
he
we've seen
survived it out
Bruce
of the
Banner
heart.
do this. What? Say it again.
Without a heart in a base form? Let me see the panel for that.
Yeah, he doesn't need his heart. Yeah, sure, I got you.
Yeah, and his brain too. Like literally, if he had no organs
Yeah, I got you. I'll
whatsoever.
show him being completely dismembered.
Because like once you're just a pile of skin, then you really can't do shit.
I mean, Hulk is regen from complete atomization, so that's fine.
Are we talking about base Hawk here, or talking about all versions?
Okay, I got a couple panels.
Is that Ben 10 at the bottom?
If you can make me big, I got a couple panels.
Ben 10,000?
Let's show this first. Right. So here we just have Hulk completely dismembered. We can see on the top, he says, "Oh, oh yeah, learn your secrets, right? How your like heart moves, right? Like he has all of his limbs, right? His arms, his head is obviously decapitated, like it's in a jar, right? And then the next panel, we see obviously Hulk is conscious, right? And then we go to the next
Well,
panel.
where is his like brain being eviscerated though?
Well, yeah, that's going to be a different panel. But here we have, right, it's just like obviously you see his intestines there, right? You see other various limbs and stuff. He was just completely dismembered and then proceeded to regen himself and put himself back together. Just literally in like 2 panels, and here he is doing that same thing. Literally his entire body, right? So off of this, right, I think like most people can't like survive like their head decapitated like this, and let alone
Yeah, most people.
entirety of their
But
body.
if Wally West just takes half his brain, he'd leave him alive, brain dead. So
Well, yeah, when it comes to the brain, right, we have a panel here where like a
holy
massive
shit.
chunk of Hulk's head got completely like shot off, and then he's shown fighting Doc Samson. Hold on, let me get the panel to where he's like fighting Doc Samson after this.
This is base Hawk, you're saying? Like no, or you just use any version of Hawk?
Well, yeah, this is Hulk. It's one of his personalities, but it's Hulk. It's Hulk's power. This was during 2018 Immortal Hulk.
Ben 10,000 getting rocked. That's all I know.
Immortal Hawk is crazy.
Here's the next panel where like he just like starts fighting Doc Samson. He's already like regenning his brain and like his head, and then they just continue to fight for like a couple pages before like Hulk stops. But he's like just fine while having a massive giant gaping hole through his head. And then of course you have other stuff.
Okay,
right?
you got pen up for like the full thing.
What?
Regenerate from, okay.
Yeah, this is him just regenerating from the quartz, right? Which are smaller than atoms. And he's able to just like regenerate from this in a matter of literally a couple seconds. He goes from like one of the smallest like known measurements of like something material, right? Like we have like atomic measurements and stuff, right? Yeah, quartz is smaller than the atom, and Hulk regenerated from this in a couple seconds. And this is Hulk Smash Everything. This came out like a month or two ago. So yeah, like Hulk most certainly does not need it. Yeah, Hulk doesn't need like anything.
Do we count rewriting the timeline as winning the fight or no?
Rewriting
like
the
if
timeline?
We just write Hawk out of existence. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really work. Like, for one, like when it comes to going back in time for Marvel and DC, Flash can go back in time, but he can't go back in time to specific points. Like nobody in DC has done that, like ever. Like in any time recently.
Point?
What do you mean? He can't go back to any point that he wants to.
Well, like he can't go to like
he's definitely gone back to a specific point. I mean, Flashpoint.
Well, yeah, right. But I'm saying, well, no, that's not what I'm talking about. So he can't go back to like very specific points in time without external context, right? So when he does it, he's usually using the cosmic treadmill, or he uses an item that is from that time period. Every person who's gone back in time within the past like 20 years in DC has always had this context. This is just how it works.
I mean, that's not necessarily true because them niggas haven't used the cosmic treadmill in years. And there's plenty of times where he just runs back in time.
Yeah, also, I mean, even that's why I said that he could just learn how to make the cosmic treadmill.
That's why I said
he could definitely just learn how to make a cosmic treadmill.
That's why I said that there's one of the two contexts, right? Like one of the two happens. You have like Supergirl when she went back in time recently, like in 2023, where she flew back in time and she had to use an item from that time period, right? So it's like pretty consistent. Like, and also Flash just generally
even
doesn't.
If that's
like,
the case,
but it's never been like that. The Flash has
even
never
if that's the
needed
case,
an
Wally
item
West
to
is
travel
smart
to a
enough
point in
to
time. That doesn't apply to
smart enough
Flash.
and fast enough to grab that item.
Well,
so like, let's say he has to grab an item from 1963. He blitzes Hawk so terribly bad that he can grab the item before the Hawk even has a thought. Right? So, I mean, like, regardless of him maybe needing that, he would still get it.
There is no item in modern day that, like, he would be aware of within this fight that would be from that period.
Wait, bruh, hold on. That's not true,
he can learn how to build
the Flash has never needed an item from that time. That is just completely not true. That's false. That's never
like the Flash going
he also didn't need it.
I would love for you to show me a time where the Flash in modern day like goes back in time.
Well, I mean, we already know that he's MFTL. He could just literally move at speed of tachyons that go back in time.
I think like Hulk is also MFTL, but like the thing is,
but not the same MFTL.
To go to a space, there's a difference between just traveling back in time to a random point, right, to some vague era. That hey, I want to go between the year of 2000 and like 2001. Within like the time frame of like this random month, right? Like, and then to a very specific point in time that is extremely accurate from which he also just has no knowledge of like Bruce Banner's origin and how the Hulk came into existence. He literally has no. He doesn't even know that Bruce exists.
Well, I mean, realistically,
like, how would he? Even if I grant you all this, that he can do this, he has no knowledge. He can
So,
never learn.
that's a
he would
better.
just blitz the whole planet.
That's actually true.
He would quite literally just blitz the entire planet.
He would have.
I can grant
They
you
don't.
that
They
he
don't
wouldn't
keep.
know
They don't
Bruce
keep
Banner,
records.
but
Like
he's
there isn't just
never.
records
There's
of
no
like Hulk's
conditions on
origin
his.
just sitting around.
I mean,
Exist.
he wouldn't know who Bruce Banner is, but there's no
He could just kill
conditions
the whole
on
planet,
Flash time travel.
Yeah, he could kill like I guess like everyone else, but he ain't gonna kill Hulk.
I mean, pre-Gamma, yes, he's killing Hulk. He's just regular human.
What? Wait, pre-Gamma? No, he can't because Hulk's gonna have his Gamma. Hulk's made
If he
Gamma.
goes back in time, no.
He can't because he doesn't know where or when that is. He has no knowledge of that.
He doesn't need to know. If he goes back at any point of time,
how can you go somewhere without
this
knowledge?
This is how Wally would win the fight, right?
But no, hold on. How can you have knowledge? Oh, so how can you go somewhere without knowledge of that place? Explain that to show me a place you've gone when you went into your car, right? And then you've like gone there without like knowing you're like going there. Like you can't do that. You have knowledge.
That's not analogous. So this is what would happen, right?
Wait, no.
All Wally West would need to do
because like I don't want to skip over this. This is important.
Well, that's not analogous, so it doesn't really matter.
Are you going to drop the?
Because he's going to be time traveling on Earth, right? He's not going to spawn in a different multiverse, so that's not.
Well, hold on. Are you dropping
kind of relevant argument?
The time travel point then? Are you dropping the time travel point?
No.
Oh, okay. So we can keep talking about it then, right? So
yeah, for sure.
He can't like go through because how he time travels, right? Is he goes into the Speed Force and then the Speed Force allows him to access all of time, right? Right. He needs to know where he's going though. Like he can't just like like he has to have a destination in mind as to where he wants. He has to think of it, right? And
Earth
then he'll
would be the destination.
Well, yeah, he's already on Earth, but where? Well, so I guess he's just gonna go to like the Avengers 1,000,000 BC because he doesn't know.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's my point. Exactly, he can do that, and he could literally blitz the entire planet to make sure he doesn't die in the future.
Cool. That is
within his possibilities.
Yeah, that doesn't now mean that like Hulk won't be born. That's not how that works.
Okay, so if there's no life on the planet.
Yeah, it's just going to create a new timeline.
He's not going to be born.
Well, no, it's just going to create a new timeline. That's how it works in Marvel.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was saying. Is time?
So Hulk's still going to be
erasing the timeline. To count.
No, you wouldn't be erasing. Yeah, you would be erasing that past timeline, but the one where he's still fighting Hulk in modern day would still exist. So he would come back and he would still be fighting Hulk.
Not particularly.
Yeah, in Marvel, it doesn't.
If you're erasing the past timeline, which is the one that you're fighting,
that's literally how it works.
Then he would be gone.
That's how it works in both verses, actually. Like explicitly stated.
Well, no, DC, in Flashpoint, he literally changes the timeline. It's not him on a different universe. It's not how it works.
No, Flashpoint is most certainly a different timeline, bro.
No, it is a different timeline, but I'm saying that it overriding the previous timeline. That's quite literally
temporarily.
The whole problem in Flashpoint is because he starts losing his
now it's a different timeline.
No, but what I'm saying
also like Dr. Manhattan messed with that as well. So there was like other.
So what I'm saying is that different timelines and different universes are completely separate in DC and in Marvel. They aren't. Because different universes in Marvel are the result of different timelines. But in DC, they have a clear distinction between a different universe and a different timeline.
Not necessarily, maybe to some degree, but every time where they've tried to go back in time and like change things, right? Like it usually generally always ends up creating a different timeline and nothing ends up like actually changing within their modern day. This is typically the case. Like you said, Flashpoint. This is why Flashpoint Batman, right? Like Thomas Wayne was literally like, went to see mainline Bruce. We literally see them. We literally see him go from his universe, right, over to the mainline Batman Bruce Wayne. Right, so it's just like
you don't think the Flashpoint at all.
In the Flashpoint Beyond, they're just saying that there's a universe where the Flashpoint timeline actually happens, and that's a different Earth. But when we're reading Flashpoint, they're not on a different Earth. They're still on Earth 1. It's just he went back in time and
Well,
changed it.
yeah,
Now, when Flashpoint
eventually,
Beyond comes and Batman Dad as Batman
all you're
comes,
saying,
he's on a different, separate Earth
all you're
altogether.
saying is that like when we were reading Flashpoint, we didn't have this like this like perspective, right, of that the thing was going to be a different timeline. It was just explicitly just an ignorance thing, right? Like
Well,
that's
no, it
all it would
wouldn't
be. It
be
would be
because
from
if
the
that's the case,
from
right?
that perspective. Well, like
Well,
sure,
no,
from that perspective, it may not be this way, but this doesn't mean that it just isn't a actual alternate timeline, which we just see it explicitly is. There's just no refuting that
no, I'm
because we
not
see it on
saying
the
that, but
panel.
you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's the alternate timeline. I'm
But
saying that
it
it could be an
is.
alternate timeline. I'm not saying that it's not. You're not listening. I'm not saying
But
that it's not
that's what
an
we're
alternate.
talking about, though.
Okay, but I'm
So
saying,
you
but he was
agree?
saying he
That's
would.
how it
I was trying.
works.
What? I don't even understand what you're saying because I'm trying to talk. You keep
Okay?
cutting me
If
off.
you don't understand, then
No, now I
then
don't
why are we having
understand.
this
Now I don't
conversation?
understand what you're asking.
That's not how. This is just how it works within Marvel and DC.
No,
When you
but
go
they
back
don't
in
work the
time
same. That's
and
what
you
we don't agree
change
on,
these
and that's not
drastic
that's not what
things
I don't
to try
agree.
to erase a modern day
That's what I
event,
don't agree
all
with.
that does is creates a new timeline. Hence why, if Flash does that, which I'm even being super generous and granting that, like, oh yeah, he's able to go to these
So you
specific
don't
times.
think
Cool,
Flash would
right?
ever erase the timeline?
Cool, right? He's able to do this, right? It wouldn't erase the modern day. That's just not how that works.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. That's what we're disagreeing
Where
about.
is the evidence in
Oh
Marvel of
my
that happening?
God. Be,
Where is the evidence in
did I
Marvel of
not
that happening
explain it?
ever?
No, in
No,
Mark. Oh
I
my
want an
God.
explicit reference. I want
You
a
can you
reference.
stop? Can you stop when you ask me a question? This is the problem we're having. You're asking me a question and then I start
Yeah, I want a
answering it, and then
reference. I
you
don't want an
keep
explanation. I
talking.
want a
You
reference.
keep talking when you ask me a question and I'm trying to answer it. That's the problem we're
Okay,
having,
if
right?
you're gonna give me
So
the
I
reference, give me
understand
the
your
reference.
question.
I'll take a
I
comic pen.
understand your question. I understand your question. Now let me answer it, right? I never said that in Marvel that's how it works. I said in DC that when you go back in time, it completely starts overwriting the previous timeline, which was the whole problem in Flashpoint. Because Reverse Flash said the more that you use your speed, the faster you're going to forget your memories of the previous timeline, and that timeline will be erased.
Oh my
In
god.
Marvel, when you go back in time, let's say Flash went back in time and killed Hulk, it wouldn't erase the timeline that Hulk was alive in. It would make a completely whole separate universe, and it would be like Earth 2056. Because in Marvel, when you make a new timeline, that makes a whole new universe. In DC, when you make a new timeline, you're still on Earth One. It doesn't make a
Yeah,
completely
I'm
brand
not
new
gonna lie, bro.
universe.
This doesn't address anything. I don't really care what you're saying at this point. So
Okay.
anyway, to get back to the
What do you mean
actual
it doesn't
substance
address
of the
anything?
argument,
I mean,
right?
this literally was the
Where
contention
like
y'all was
Yeah, if
having.
he's on Earth
he's
one and
gonna
Hawk
go
is
Like,
he's
what are
gonna
we
irrelevant,
go
you're
talking
back
about?
in
wrong.
time, right? He's gonna go back in time, and Hulk is just still gonna exist because, yeah, given that he's fighting a Marvel character, right? In Marvel, right? Whenever you try to
That's what
do
I was
that,
trying to explain
it
to
just
him.
yeah,
I was agreeing with
I
you.
already
I was
know.
agreeing with you.
Yeah, does
I
Hawk have
already know. I don't
immeasurable
need you to
durability?
agree with me because I'm having the argument and I already know. Like I don't care.
Would you say
Like,
that Hawk
bro,
has immeasurable
respectfully,
durability?
I just don't like. I don't know. I just don't need that. Right. But again, it just won't work because that's just not how it works for Marvel characters. He's just gonna like. It's just not gonna work on him.
Can you prove that?
Yes. Wait. You want me to show you like
I
of
mean, also you
like
can't just
you
say
want me to show
explicitly
you
that
of
he
like Tony
only
Stark and
like
Reed
goes through
Richards?
Marvel logic, right? Then they just wouldn't be able to interact.
Oh, well,
So
no,
we're
that's
permitting
not what I'm
both
saying. That's not what
logic
we're
from
saying.
both.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they can't like look at each other and like physically touch each other. But I'm saying these like certain things, right, just don't work. Like it's just not how it works at Marvel. And I'm not even convinced that's
That's
how it
just
works in
not a
DC
valid
either.
argument.
And it's
No, I
not
mean
even
it
how it
is
works in
because
DC either.
So you're saying
They
you would
if you're
lose
create new
arguing,
all of his
timelines.
time manipulation
wait,
abilities pretty much.
zealous. If you're
Well,
arguing that
no.
Flash can run
I'm not
back
saying
in
all. No.
time,
Hold on. I'm not saying all of his time manipulation abilities like won't work. I'm just saying going back in time and trying to erase him, right? Which, by the way, is something that like he never does, even while he's bloodlusted. Just like won't work.
yeah.
And my evidence is like
Interesting. So do
all
you think
is like
Hawk is immeasurable for durability?
like a measure. Well, a measurable durability isn't really a scale, but like if you're saying like, do I think he has like infinite durability or something like that? Of course.
Of course. So he's never been defeated?
Well, no, you can have higher infinities.
Has Hawk never been
So do
defeated?
you have Iron Man as infinite?
He's been defeated, but it would be by characters that also have like
Who was he
extremely
defeated
high
by?
durability. For example, like Thor, right? Like Thor has high AP, right? He has infinite AP, so he's able to defeat somebody like Hulk consistently. At least like Nintendo.
So he's never been beaten by a character that doesn't have infinite strength, is what you're saying?
Not like consistently. Like I think like all these characters have like.
Well, if it happened once, it happened.
Well, yeah, no. I think there's like a distinction between. Well, hold on. I think there's like a distinction between like, if you have somebody shooting Wally one time, right? Does now mean that he just doesn't have infinite speed? No, right? Like just because he's like massively holding back his speed and his physical stats, right? This doesn't now defeat all of his like like good top tier scaling that he's actually trying, right? So I think like Hulk
also depends on the amount of time he's been shot too.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I said consistency, right? So that's why I was using Thor as the reference, because Thor consistently fights Hulk. Captain America, right, doesn't like he's knocked out Hulk like one time, right? And it's just not consistent. And he was also massively holding back. So that's why I'm using these examples, right? Of like some flash
amount of people that beat Hawk. You would say that a majority of them would scale to infinite for strength?
Yeah, like the people that actually like really defeat him, like Thanos, for example. Yeah, like,
he doesn't scale to infinite strength. What are we talking about? You talking about with or without Gauntlet?
Oh, without it. Like, Thanos is definitely infinite strength. What the hell?
No, hell no.
Wait, do you know like Thanos?
he got one tap by Doom, bro.
Wait, whoa. Okay. Right, so one that Doom was so astronomically amped by the power of the Beyonders that like he'll never be that strong ever again, right? But like the thing is, even with that, right? Thanos, yes, he got like defeated, but he didn't even die from that. Like this guy Thanos is like literally an abstract being. Like he literally uses avatars. Like Thanos explicitly uses avatars himself. Like he's like above the concept of death and such.
He's using an avatar in that comic.
Yeah. He actually was. He was literally using an avatar. That was not.
So his avatar gets one tap.
Yeah, like his avatar. Yeah, got one tapped by this Beyonder amped. Doctor Doom. And keep in mind, these are the same Beyonders that like
Thanos getting one tap for proof that he's not infinite.
Well, no. Again, you can just have higher infinities.
I mean, that's debatable too.
What? So you don't think like Superman? Wait. So okay. Do you think Barry and Wally have infinite speed?
I think Wally has infinite speed. I don't know about Barry.
Wait.
So like, are you talking about like all variants or just
you don't think like? Well, no. I'm just saying like a main line, right? You don't think like Barry, right? Like outrunning instantaneous transportation is like impressive. It's like infinite speed.
That was Barry.
Pretty sure. Don't fact check me on
that was Wally West.
You talk about when he was racing the
I would have fact checked me on it, but even if that wasn't the case, right? We just know that like this guy Barry like has some level of relativity to Wally, at least in their past, at bare minimum in their past. Maybe not now. Like I would agree, Wally's faster now, but for the most part of their history, they've been pretty relative. Like I don't see like why one in the past would be so much faster.
Prove anything much. Well, I mean, Barry's fast. Infinite though, I can't grant infinite. I need to see if he.
Well, like, why not though? Like, he was like the main Flash for like so long, and he has like a lot of the best speed feats. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Barry Allen literally at
speed feats, like infinite is so much higher than like anything that's not infinite. So if we have,
but like that's not showcased.
Like
that's what I'm saying, right?
300 quintillion, billion, gajillion, and that's just nothing to infinity.
It's just a state, right? Like theoretically, right? Right? You can't like reach infinite. It's either you are infinite or you're not. Right? Like you can count as much as you want, but you're never going to reach the number infinity. It's just a state of being.
Instant.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Barry Allen, one of the
in practicality, it's the same thing as instant.
I can think of off the top of my head is when this nigga evacuates a
Maybe
whole island
like,
city
but I
from a
don't
nuke
even
while
necessarily
it's
agree with that.
exploding.
Well, I mean, Wally was being instant in the race anyway, so it's faster.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't know. Like we just have a lot of showcasings of these infinite strength characters, right? Who just like can get overpowered by strong characters, but this would just mean that these characters are just higher infinity.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry, they're just
Hawk got beat by Hawkeye.
what?
Hawk got beat by Hawkeye.
No.
With a special anti-Hawk arrow. Are you sure? I'm seeing it right here.
No. So what's your wait? Wait, hold on. Is it a comic panel?
Clint Barton, Hawkeye.
Are you talking about when
Civil War II.
Hawkeye? Are you talking about when Hawk? Yeah. He wasn't even transformed into Hulk. He was literally Bruce Banner.
And he got killed.
He was Bruce Banner, a normal guy.
So Wally would just have to wait him out who's Bruce Banner and then kill him.
But no.
Unless you're saying that Hawk is going to maintain a perpetual Hawk state.
Well, hold on. Is Barry going to want to fight Hulk until he's defeated?
Yeah, this is 2 to death.
Okay. So why wouldn't Hulk want to fight him until he's defeated? Why would Hulk want to go away?
Do we have any proof of him maintaining infinity? Like being in SA Petrolin?
Wait, what?
Has he ever held that state for more than?
I mean, Hulk can definitely be in
quadrillion years.
Well, I mean, he can be in. Hulk can be out as long as Hulk wants to. Like, if he's the dominant persona,
I mean, yeah, he kind of got to prove that, to be honest.
If you're going off of it being like contextual, right? Here, I'm gonna give you an example. This is like if I said, "Show me a time, right, to where Wally West was the Flash, forever." You would never be able to show that because we see Wally not being in his Flash suit forever, right? Like we just have panels of him like sitting with Barry, right? Like in like a dinner, right? Just eating with his family, right? So like it's unprovable, right?
Well,
so that's why like I'm not able to actually answer that, and neither would you be. You wouldn't.
Well, I mean, he has infinite speed though, so if you just time dilation to where you're not moving.
Hulk has infinite energy. Who cares?
Okay, what does that mean?
Yeah, so it means
he's going to be able to maintain his anger for infinity.
Yes. It means that he will never run out of like anger and or energy. So in the same way that like Barry, right, also has to have infinite. Barry, well, no, that's if his desire is I'm going to keep fighting you forever until I defeat you, and he has the energy to keep this up. Just like how Barry also has the energy to keep this up, they're just going to do that.
Do we have anything that would prove that he has perpetual desire? That's kind of, I'm like, you might think it's a semantical argument, but maintaining anger over infinity.
This is why I asked you. I don't know why you're making. This is a really disingenuous argument. This is why
I asked you. It's not a disingenuous argument.
Does Wally have this same desire? And if I asked you, hey, can you go ahead and prove that he has this same desire in this hypothetical in both of our minds? You wouldn't be able to prove it. There's no evidence in the comic panel. There's no statement in the comic book panel where Wally's like, "I'm gonna fight Hulk forever," and unless you want to show me that, that statement from Wally. Go ahead, show it. Since you want to put this burden on me, go ahead and show it.
Whoa, so you're trying to burden shift because you can't prove that Hulk will be able to stay mad for infinity? That's crazy.
No.
I feel like that's something you definitely have to prove. Maintaining an emotion
Again,
for
right?
infinity?
I'm talking about a desire, right? A desire to win. If the desire to win, right, and then like the emotion is like being fueled by that desire to win, that's just what's going to happen. Super simple.
Okay, well the emotion being fueled by that's highly speculative, right?
If Wally has this desire to win, right, then he's just going to keep doing that, and it's going to fuel his speed. So I don't see why it would be any different for Hulk. Like, this is such a weird argument.
Okay, desire and emotion are definitely two different things. I can desire to be a billionaire, right? I'm not going to be happy, sad, or mad 24/7 while still having that desire 24/7. Those things are not like integrally connected, especially when we're talking about over a span of infinity, right? So if
Sure,
we
right?
can't
But like
prove that he's going to
again,
be able to
Hulk
maintain
doesn't.
this emotion for Infinity,
Hulk can be
then as soon as he
calm
turns
and
back to Bruce Banner,
well,
Wally West
hold up.
blitzes him.
Yeah, that's even then. That's not even how that works anymore. We've literally have modern day comic panels of Hulk like casually sitting under a tree, relaxing, right, with and like talking with a child, right, and having a joyous time talking with She Hulk. Like super calm conversation and just like relaxing, right? Because it goes off of
Does it say
him
that he's
being the
happy? He could
him
still be
being the
angry.
persona. Like Hulk isn't really I mean, Hulk is fueled, right, like to some degree, right, by his anger, right? But for him to come out, he hasn't needed like anger necessarily to come out in like 7 years.
Sounds like we're low key trying to redefine a character. Like
Well,
everyone knows
it's no.
Hawk's
I mean,
power stems from how
it's
angry he is. The
it's not.
angrier he gets, the more strength he gets.
Yeah. That is true, right? But in order for him to come out, it does not need anger. Anger can make him come out, but it is not the only thing that makes him come out. So
So
it's
can you
not
show
a
me a panel where
contradiction.
it comes out in a different way, voluntarily?
Yeah. Like for example, if I use hell, I can even use prior examples, right? We can look at World War Hulk, right? So where whenever Hulk's wife goes and kisses Banner, right? Hulk ends up coming out. Like there was no anger.
How do you
He was
know?
in a really happy moment, right? But it was Hulk's wife, not Banner's. So Banner, like just let it happen, and Hulk came out. So it's Hulk's wife, not Banner's. That's
How do
like
you
a
know he
really
wasn't
old
angry?
moment. What?
How do you know he wasn't angry?
Because he's kissing his wife, who was also the mother of his children. Have you not read World War Hulk?
Yeah, that doesn't prove
Well,
the
why would
emotion.
he?
If it's not, I'm
Why would
not
he be
taking your
angry?
assumption. It's got to be
I mean,
stated.
have you ever kissed a girl and then like slept with her and then like I don't know, you were like so angry while you were doing it, yeah, you're furious, like I'm so rageful, bro. Like I just got shot.
No,
Like
but I'm
come on,
also
like,
not the
really?
Hawk, so that's completely
Yeah.
different.
So like the thing is it's just never really been the case where anger is the only thing that allows Hulk to come out. It's just never been the
But it's the
case.
only thing that quantifies his strength, right? The more angry he gets, the stronger he
Kind
gets.
of, kind of, right? Typically, this like is the depiction, right? But again, it's also like how much he's trying, right? Yes, right. The like anger and annoyance can fuel this, right? But this is also the case for real life humans, right? You're going to use more strength if you're angrier, right?
I
And
wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say that at all.
you're like gonna get stronger, right? If you have this adrenaline and this anger fueling you, right? This is naturally the case for
No, humans
humans.
do not gain strength from being angry.
Well,
They
yes,
stop holding
I
back.
agree. I agree. They don't exceed their limits, right? They have like some, a biological cap, right? That Hulk obviously doesn't have. I agree that's a fair distinction, right? But the idea that Hulk, right? Like the only way for him to like get this like stronger is like through his anger is mostly true, but it can also be argued like it's kind of a willpower thing, like how much he wants this to happen. In the same way that like a Superman also has this. So like Superman can exceed
I
his
just
limits
can't
through
grant
like
that, to be
willpower.
honest.
There's like
I
verbatim
mean, that's
statements
like the
literally.
base of his whole kid. That's like
There's
the base of his whole character,
well,
right?
yeah,
When
yeah.
they're like on screen,
I
they're like,
agree.
get angry, get angrier, to get stronger. Yeah,
I
that's his
agree. It
main
is a
thing.
main part of his character, right? But it's not the only defining thing, right? Even because,
That gains him strength.
Especially since you have alters like Joe Fixit, who isn't a particularly angry person. Like Joe Fixit isn't like super angry like how Savage Hulk is. Green Scar isn't like a real like. He is angry, but he's not uncontrollably angry in the same way that
Well,
Savage
you
Hulk
just have to show me
yeah,
a panel for that, then, bro. That he can gain
for
strength
for
off
for, for
something
what
that's
Green Scar?
not anger. For him gaining
You want me
strength
to?
when anger's not involved.
Well, I can grant you that, right? Because it wouldn't even like really contradict the
Okay, cool.
argument, right? But
So
but
if
when
you
it comes
grant
to
me
him
that,
coming
then the
out,
same argument would
no,
still
no, hold
apply.
on. But when it comes to him coming out only through anger, right? That just isn't true because we just see that this isn't necessarily the case. For example, with the World War Hulk example.
I mean, I don't really necessarily grant that, but besides that, I mean, we could just take a weaker version of Hawk.
You want me to show you Hulk chilling?
We would just blitz a weaker version of Hawk. As soon as he gets sub-infinite, then he gets blitz.
Wait, say it again?
Because he gets stronger. He gets stronger as he gets angrier, right? So as soon as we get sub-infinite, blitz him.
Wait, what do you mean
infinite smash punch?
Who gets sub-infinite? Well, I think Hulk's base is in I think Hulk's durability. Base strength. Yeah, I think Hulk's base strength is infinite. Like I don't like is
when he just comes out, it turns infinite.
Well, yeah, like assuming like the transformation isn't like
get beat by like Thanos.
Something. What?
How did he get beat by Thanos?
Wait, when? Are you talking? Like when?
On screen, he got a ragdoll.
I don't care about live action because that Thanos was.
You don't care anything about live action.
Yeah, because I mean, if you want to talk about like live action only, right? There isn't a live action Wally. Well, actually there is, but he's not like the redhead Wally.
Him being beat by Thor would kind of prove.
Well,
him being beat by Thor would kind of prove.
Thor has infinite. Well, hold up. Thor, right?
You think base Thor has infinite strength?
Yes, most certainly. He used infinite strength as a child.
Thor been killed multiple times?
That doesn't disprove infinite strength in the same way that Wally.
In
the same way that Wally
he's been
being, in the same way that Wally being hit
so many times.
Wally's been hit multiple times.
But how many times has Wally been killed though? Outright killed.
Who cares? He's been hit. What?
Let's see. Thor.
Also, like Hulk. Also, like Hulk. Hulk is just like been above Thor for like a couple.
Because if we're talking about consistency, he's not consistently infinite whatsoever.
Who?
Thor.
Yes, he is. He just holds back.
Strength feats? Absolutely.
Yeah, he's just Well, he most certainly is. He's just holding back like all the time on Earth because he doesn't want to like obliterate the humans. It's in character.
You have to prove that.
You want me to show you a statement of Thor holding back against the humans? I can definitely show you that.
I mean, that could be one. I'm going
to want you to show a statement of Wally West holding back. Because I'm gonna play the same argument that you're playing. That Wally isn't always infinite.
No, Wally West hasn't just outright died as many times as Thor has.
No. But since he gets hit by people that are not infinite, right?
Not analogous.
He just can't be infinite.
It
doesn't need to be. Well, it's not in reference to anything. So
because we're not talking about speed.
It's not an analogy. So it doesn't need to be analogous because I'm not making an analogy.
Well, I mean, you already conceded that he has infinite speed. I'm not comparing
two things. I'm not comparing.
You conceded that he had infinite speed already.
I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing anything. I never. What are you talking about?
You agreed that he had immeasurable / infinite speed earlier. You can't backtrack on that.
I never did. That never happened.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Multiple times. What are we talking about? Anyone that's been listening, can we confirm that he agreed that Wally West had infinite speed?
Can pull the live recording.
I mean, you brought up the feat that he beat instant in a race.
You want to bet money on it?
We can.
Okay, Davon can definitely pull the live recording after. He can pull the entire thing, the entire conversation.
Yep.
Right, in reference to this. Yeah. It most certainly will not exist.
Sure. How much you willing to pay me?
$5 is reasonable.
For sure. You got cash out?
What? You want? What? Well,
we're
gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait and see, right, before I start like giving out private information, right? But again, right?
Stating if you have cash,
we'll definitely, right? I'll show that statement, but I'm gonna want you to find the statement that Wally holds back. Because he just gets
right. So that's just that you already conceded though.
I didn't. That's what's in question though. That's what's in question. Though,
you
right?
did.
So you can't like you can't. Yeah, that's what's in question.
You can't just go back on a statement.
It's what's in question though. It's what's in question. It's what's in question.
It's not really in question. You objectively said that.
It is. Yeah.
You even proposed that he be instant in a race, which is a feat that would place him at
objectively, bro. Yeah, something can't be like objective that we're like conversing about like that. Like
you said that both Barry Allen and Wally West were infinite speed. I said Wally West for sure. Maybe not Barry. You didn't say that.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
So you were at.
Wait, hold on. Are you talking about when I was? You're talking about when I was posing.
He did say that, right? Like
he's not. Are you talking about when I was posing a hypothetical? Are you talking about when I was posing a hypothetical? I never once
agreed that was the base.
No, I never once claimed that this was truly the case. I was just giving you a hypothetical analogy, right, to test the logic.
That wasn't hypothetical, bro.
It's similar to.
That wasn't hypothetical.
No, it's similar. It's similar to if I was to be like, do you agree that Batman is infinite speed? This wouldn't be. I know. Me proclaiming, right, that Batman would be infinite speed and like ranting this the entire argument.
Okay, I know what a hypothetical is, but it wasn't a hypothetical that you put.
Right? It just was contextually.
You were saying that Wally West and Barry Allen
and somebody in the chat agrees with me. And somebody in the chat agreries with me.
Well, the person in the chat that's agreeing with you was disagreeing with me, so that's kind of biased argument.
Well,
I'm not really looking at chat for that. I think they could.
Right, so I still have somebody on my side, whereas you don't. Therefore, your word is.
Okay, so you have someone on your side that has a bias towards you. So we're using bias.
I don't know this person. This person isn't even following me.
The bias is crazy, but they have a bias against you.
I don't know this person.
For you against me.
I literally don't know this person. They're literally a mod.
Okay, that doesn't mean they don't have bias. What are you talking about? You hear what I just said?
Prove they have bias. Go ahead and prove the like bias in their brain.
Chat, they've been disagreeing with me.
Wait, hold on. So
I need to pull up a statistical study that you would more likely disagree with someone.
So literally what you're telling me is you're biased if you don't agree with me. Is that not inherently biased?
We are both in a one-on-one argument. We both have bias towards our side. What are you talking about?
Well, hold on. You can't bring up a No. You can't go ahead and like backtrack.
Yes,
now,
in a one-on-one argument, you have full bias towards talking. I have full bias
especially
towards
when we pulled the live recording.
Why my side of the point is right.
When we pulled the live recording, right? When I was questioning originally, right, what I actually said, right? You went ahead and asked everybody. You were like, "Hey, is anybody listening?" Right. So if it's a 1v1, right, why would you ask about other people's opinion, right? So like you can't like hold this double standard right to yourself. But then when I have somebody on my side, right, you're like, "Oh no, now it's a 1v1." Right, that's
still on one-on-one. It's still spectators, right?
Yeah, but like
I wasn't going to use spectator input.
You asked for other people, and I know you remember this. I know you remember asking, right? Because it was literally 5 minutes.
Spectator input was never used in my argument.
What? You asked other people who were spectating. Like what?
Did they respond? Did I use it in my argument?
Well, no, right? Because they
spectator input was never my argument, right? You just try to use spectator input in your argument as they already have a proven bias.
If it's a 1v1, you shouldn't have even asked them.
That's a bias.
If it's a 1v1, you shouldn't have asked them. If it's a 1v1, you shouldn't have asked them in the first place. Which is why you're
asked them for what? I didn't ask them for evidence. I didn't ask them for arguments. I didn't ask them for evidence.
I didn't ask anybody for arguments. They just agreed with me because I'm right here.
You just used their statement as an argument.
No, I didn't. I use it to substantiate what I already said is true.
Someone in the chat agrees with me.
No. All I did.
You were trying to prove that it's an argument.
No, all I did was substantiate my original claim and back me up. That's all it is. Substantiation of proof isn't
exactly. If you're trying to substantiate your original claim with someone from the chat.
Yes, that's not an argument.
With someone from the chat. That's using someone from the chat to aid your argument.
That's no different.
You're aiding your argument and credibility. You're making an argument for credibility of your claim.
That is no different than you.
That's an argument for credibility.
Hold up. This is where you're gonna fall flat on your face. That's no different than you asking other people, "Hey, is anyone else listening?" Right? Because did he not say this? You would be asking for their affirmation and for them to help substantiate your claim. It is the same shit. Literally the same thing. There's no possible distinction you could ever bring up.
It's not the same.
There's no. Go ahead and name the clear distinction between
listening is a trait that it's either yes or no.
Wait, is the people in the chat not listening? Exactly.
People in the chat are listening.
They're obviously fucking listening. Stop being dishonest. You're making yourself look really bad.
And I didn't use their input to substantiate my claim.
You're making yourself look really,
you try to use
really
your input
bad.
to argue for credibility.
You're making it. Yeah. No, and you're the one that is not credible.
You tried to use an argument from the chat.
You're
trying to use an argument from the chat to gain credibility to substantiate your claim.
And because nobody credited you, now you want to get on me for it. That's literally all that happened.
I didn't ask for credibility. I didn't ask for credibility. I did not ask for credibility.
You asked. What are you?
I did not. I did not.
You're not a real person, bro. You're literally not a real fucking person. This is like wild.
I did not. Shit. I did not ask for credibility.
This shit is embarrassing, bro. Holy.
I mean, the fact that we're being this disingenuous
I'm sorry, bro, but
we already granted Wally West and Barry Allen speed, and now we're trying to backtrack to look at an argument that Thor doesn't have infinite
definitely
strength.
Send me the live recording.
I mean, if Thor doesn't have infinite strength,
I'll go ahead and say everything he said. Right, and then I'll put it in a video, and I'll just like this is like really bad, bro. This is really bad.
I mean,
like super embarrassing.
The Dark World 2013, Thor is killed by frost giants.
I don't care about live action.
Thor 2025, Thor is killed by Loki.
I don't care about live action.
It says Thor is killed by Loki, and the immortal Thor is killed by Loki. What the fuck are we talking about?
Who cares? It's just like spurring with random fucking Thor deaths.
Infinite speed. I can pull up the panel where he beat Instant in the race.
And again, that's not even what I wanted for you to pull up. I wanted you to pull up of him being able to hold back his speed. If you can't do that, Wally doesn't have infinite.
Of him being able to hold back his speed. Have you ever seen Wally West walk?
I haven't.
If Wally West walked and he's held back his speed.
Yeah, he can. Wait, hold on. You can just be walking at.
Let me pull up if I pull up an image of Wally West standing still.
No. I want to see him. I want to see.
No, that's exactly what you just said. So let's see. Wally West panel.
No. What I said. What I said was you could just be walking at infinite speed. This is like
images. Okay, here. So here's him standing still, right?
Wait. Hold on.
Let me go ahead and turn on my camera.
Still. Wait, proof he's standing still.
Let me go ahead and turn on my camera.
Proof he's standing still.
Here we go. Standing still.
Yeah, prove that.
Standing still.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, you know when it comes to speed, right? When it comes to the speed force,
standing still.
Yeah, again, when it comes to the speed force, right? It's an on and off switch, right?
Are you gonna say that he's not standing still?
Well, he can be using his infinite speed while simultaneously like standing still. This is not a contradiction at all.
Are you saying that he's not standing still in this panel? Yes or no, bro? He's not standing still?
No.
I mean, we see him being casted onto a shadow, right?
Wait, hold on.
He's going sub-slight speed, and we have these placement above light speed.
All you're showing me, again, all you're showing me, right, is a static image. All static images are standing still. All static images are standing still. And unless you want to, like, show me a static image that's also moving.
Because he's never moving.
Yeah, well, no.
So Hawk has no speed.
All static images... All static
0 miles per hour.
I'm not gonna lie. If you can't understand this,
so Hawk's 0 miles per hour,
bro. If you can't, bro, hold up, relax, because you're trying to do some weird. You're trying to do some weird dunk, and it's like about to fucking fail.
No, we're using the arguments that you're making.
So again,
because obviously,
when you look at a comic panel. When you look at a comic panel, does the character on the panel move or not, or are they standing still?
You're not interpreting the panel from an IRL perspective. Otherwise, they're all paper.
Answer the question.
You're not. Are the people on the comic might not be the way you like.
Oh wait, hold on.
You're not interpreting the panel from an IRL perspective.
If you're not going to answer,
otherwise they're all pieces of paper.
Yeah. Again,
so Hawk is equivalent to a piece of paper.
Are the people on the comic pages moving, or are they static images? Are they moving? Are they moving or not?
It's cool. Okay, you just conceded.
I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Davon, if he doesn't answer, bro, you can just kick him. He's just not here to actually engage.
I already answered this, by the way. I already answered this multiple times.
Okay. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Perspective of the IRL.
Are they moving or not?
We interpret it within the panel.
We interpret it within the panel. Are they
moving within the perspective of the panel? Which you're reading? Yes, they're moving within the panel.
Yeah, hold up.
Yes, they are moving within the panel. Someone depicted as being motion within the panel. They are moving within the panel.
I'm not gonna lie, Davon, you can kick him. He's like cooked, bro. Not gonna lie. He's not here to engage.
Yes, they are.
He's literally not here to engage. Like you want to answer when like it's your time to be kicked, like a fucking child, bro. It's like, bro, like seriously. Actually embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I want to be on both sides, because Flash is my favorite DC character, you smoked the fuck out that nigga.
No. Like my only issue, right, is like.
Well, why you
we know? No. Wait, hold on. I just want to explain this. I literally just want to explain this, right? We've seen Superman and Wally West, right, eat food in Flash time. We've seen them sit there statically, right, and not move and eat food. and just talk to each other in flash time, because
yes, sir.
you don't need to run. They don't need to be actively moving in order to be moving right at these speeds, which is the point I was trying to say to him, but he just wanted to keep spurging.
Yeah, I can't lie. You
I'm not
smoked
gonna
that
lie,
nigga,
it's
bro.
cooked.
You smoked him bad. He was not giving even the feat that he was trying to use. This is how I know he only ever probably seen that feat out of a YouTube video. He never actually read the story. For Wally West to do the feat of him beating instant teleportation, he had to get everybody on Earth to run to feed him kinetic energy. He didn't just do it. He had to get help to do it. That's not something that he just does on the regular. And the Flash, my favorite character.
Yeah,
So I just
I'm,
gotta
so, I'm
keep it
sorry.
100, bro.
I'm sorry, Forge, for being a little rude there. I just got kind of a little bit annoyed in the moment. I just wanted to apologize. It was uncalled
Oh,
for.
no, you good. You good, man.
Hello.
I don't know, bro.
Okay. I know this has nothing to do with the prompt, but I think I already know the Devon's answer on this. But Goku at his peak versus God Emperor Doom, who's winning in your opinion, or who do you think
Got
is
him
winning?
for Doom.
Huh?
Got him for Doom.
Exactly. Bro, my friends think Dragon Ball are like the strongest characters in fiction. They've never read a comic book in their life. I swear. They say
Yeah,
that they
no, for
said
sure.
Century would lose to Goku. The
Oh
red
yeah, they're
suit Century.
tripping. They're tripping.
Yeah, it's good,
Red
but
suit.
Dragon
It's
Ball,
crazy.
I
Dragon Ball
know.
fans are kind of
Delusional.
It's why,
sometimes.
but it's why I don't like being on TikTok. 'Cause, like that's like the Flash, my favorite character. I would have to argue against Zeal on that Flash point. Dragon Ball, my favorite anime, and I hate when niggas make me argue against it because they just be saying anything, bro.
And one of my friends thinks Zeno's the king of all fiction or something because he has the title in Dragon Ball Omni King.
Well, I don't think so because if you watch Daima and if you believe like I believe, like if you really read and watch Dragon Ball, they
I watched it.
all like every piece of Dragon Ball content is like a different timeline, just like how like Future Trunks shit is, right?
Exactly.
So in Daima, they introduced King Ramus, and he would be over Zeno because Zeno is only we've ever only seen him destroy shit. And if you like a true god of like a fictional universe, usually a true god has no like doppelgangers. So like the one above all
Yeah.
doesn't have like another version of him across the universe, across the universes. You feel me?
Or their timeline.
Zeno has a doppelganger, and King Ramus doesn't. So I think King Ramus is the true god, and he created all everything. So Zeno not even the real god of the Dragon Ball universe. He's just like the god of destruction for the multiverse, basically.
Okay. Now here's another one. Zeno versus God Emperor Doom. Who would win that one?
Well, well, hold
There's
on.
only I don't know if I'm misinterpreting it, but I think God Emperor Doom would win because again, I could be thinking the completely wrong way. But didn't he survive an ability very similar to what Zeno's eraser ability is? Like just by his willpower, or am I just completely misinterpreting
Mm,
it?
I mean, yeah. If I'm thinking what she's saying, I'm pretty sure Scarlet Witch that tried it, but I think he just outscales her. That's why.
So who do you think would win, Zeno or the Doom, Doctor?
Well, the only reason that I don't know exactly because God Emperor Doom isn't the strongest pre-retcon. If it was pre-retcon Beyonder that he absorbed, then I would say God Emperor Doom. But the Beyonder in 2015 Secret Wars was like extremely nerfed. He was nowhere near as powerful as he was in the original Secret Wars.
Really? See, I
Yeah,
haven't
he's
read any of
20,
them. I just
2015 Secret
know.
Wars. He's not nearly pre-retcon Beyonder is who people are talking about when they say Beyonder's as strong as the one above all type shit. Like when they say that, they're talking about pre-retcon Beyonder.
See, I've
That's
never
from what,
read
like the
any
70s?
comics. I just go based off people that actually can show evidence, not like, people who just say random shit and then can't show shit for it. Whenever I go based off
Yeah.
something, I'm like, okay, well, if they can show this, then I'll believe them.
Like that's crazy because I got the Mark Way Flash omnibus. I'm at work, but I'm reading it because I'd be bored. And Perb was asking for a panel of Wally holding back, and I literally had just passed the page of Wally literally explaining him holding back while he's running. And I was going to show it, but I didn't want to help Zeal because he wasn't giving a good enough argument for me to help him.
Yeah, I mean, I know it exists, right? I know he does. It was just what he was asking of me, right? It was just like so
Yeah,
ridiculous. So I was like putting that same ridiculousness onto him. That's all I was
yeah,
doing.
exactly. He couldn't even pull it up, and I'm like, this is crazy. I'm really looking at a panel where he's talking about him fighting Rainbow Raider and how Rainbow Raiders using because he knows that Flash is reluctant to vibrate through people, which is basically pointing out that the Flash holds back when he's running.
Do y'all think God Emperor Doom is top 5 in like strongest
And
Marvel characters, or is he nowhere near close to top 5?
maybe top 10
Top 10, okay. He's like
because I
my
don't think God Emperor Doom is over like the higher. Oh wait, actually, I'm thinking of DC.
Also, just to
Uh,
clarify, here's the statement. Over the years, I have battled
Dang,
so many
I'm
mortals that I hesitate to strike with all my force for fear of killing them. So Thor literally holds back.
Hey, Corey knows I'm a Doctor Doom glazer. Doctor Doom's like top 20 or top 15.
I'm
Yo,
not
shut
like
up, Monarch. Doctor Doom is sub Wanda, bro. Trust.
Yeah, fuck you. We know that shit. All right, shut up.
Uh, you also missed a debate that I was having.
man. You better plug that bitch up.
Really?
What you mean,
What was
man?
the debate? What
It was
was the debate
Hulk
about?
versus Wally.
Oh God, what was he saying? What was he saying? Tell me.
A lot. It was a lot.
Let me guess. Let me
Yeah,
guess.
bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. He
The
like the
first
whole time
argument.
travel thing was crazy. Like that argument is always dumb to me for the Flash because he's like,
Yeah,
I hate when people do versus battles and they try to make the character do out of character things. None of the Flashes are doing that. I'm sorry to
yeah.
break it to you.
The first argument was basically just whether or not time travel would work on Hulk.
Bro,
Then it
I
just
keep
went
saying,
on. Then it kind of
bro, I
like
keep saying that
derailed.
shit. Time travel's not gonna work. Time travel, like, if you're in a different universe, you had to know the exact year and time that
Exactly.
happened.
I was saying
And
that.
mind you,
I was saying that.
he doesn't even know that person. So he was around the corner. How's he gonna know
Not
where to
even that. The
go?
universe doesn't. Marvel just doesn't work like that with time travel. You're not gonna erase the nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Morgan Lee Fay said even if she could erase Doctor Doom from existence, it's just gonna make another timeline since it's not gonna affect him.
Yo, Yo, you know this guy. She Hulk also is like has necessary existence in Marvel. So you like can't
Yeah.
erase her either. That's just
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Also, Tony Stark
Bro,
does as well. That's
yo,
that's
bro, you
uh,
read Gwenpool, right? You read Gwenpool, right?
me.
Yeah. You.
No, I don't really read Gwenpool now.
Uh,
But like
this one
maybe
time
if you,
I read it for Doctor Doom, but yeah, Doctor Doom like basically in famous Doctor Doom went he got erased just for him to like come back and turn back into regular Doctor Doom, and he said, "You can't erase me, I'm doomed." And then
I'm doomed, bro.
he casually just beat the shit out of Gwenpool.
Yeah,
That
this
sounds
guy
like some.
doomed,
That
man.
sounds like something Reverse Flash would say.
wait, okay, I got a question. Whose prep time is better, Batman or Doctor Doom? Like when
Doctor
they're
Doom,
in
Doctor
Oh
prep.
Doom,
I thought
no, I
Doctor
think
so.
I got
Doom.
Batman's prep time.
Yeah,
I think
because
I got
Monarch says Doctor
Batman's
What?
Doom.
prep
I'm just
time.
gonna say Batman.
No,
Oh my
hear me
god.
out. Hear me out, Monarch. Hear me out. I'm not going to say that Bruce Wayne necessarily has less resources, but Doctor Doom got a whole country to back him up. That nigga definitely has an easier time prepping for shit for anything than Batman does, I think.
No, I mean like who wins more fights with their prep time?
Oh,
Is that
Doctor.
an easy
Okay.
question?
I'm not gonna. I'm not. If we're talking about who wins the most with prep time, it's mostly Doctor Doom. He's never lost when it comes to prep time until it's later on.
Uh, now I've
But
heard Batman
every
wins
time
a lot of
Batman,
fights even
put
with.
notice this. Every time Batman gets prep time, he sometimes wins, but sometimes loses the prep.
Gotcha. My favorite Marvel character though would have to be Null. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where
Oh,
he's
Noah is
like.
tough, bro.
It's
You saw that shit what he did to Vanos? Oof.
huh?
You saw that shit what he did to Vanos?
Who? I can't understand.
Vanos. Vanos.
Oh, Thanos.
Yeah,
I think
Thanos.
so. I haven't really read a whole lot of Marvel comics. I did read the King
I can
Black.
show you if you want. I can show you, or it might
Oh,
spoil.
please do. I would love to see what y'all think
Huh.
of Thanos.
Hey, Perb, you was talking about Quicksilver earlier.
Say it again.
I said you was talking about Quicksilver earlier.
I don't think so, but I know I have talked about Quicksilver recently.
Now, where would y'all scale Null
I
on
got
like
Quicksilver's underrated, bro.
character? Like, where would you put him?
Null.
Yeah, no, like
He's
number
definitely
one.
really strong. I mean, he's like, he's like, definitely like Thanos and Thor tier for sure.
No,
Like he's
I
one of
mean
the.
like number wise, where would you put him? Like top one, top two, like stuff like that.
Uh, I mean, he just recently like one shot Thanos, so I mean,
Oh damn, really?
yeah, like he used hacks, but like, yeah.
I need what? I need to
Okay,
read.
okay. Just let you know, it is gonna be bloody. Hold on, Devon. Is it right if
Oh,
I can
I
show this?
do.
Because it is gruesome. It's like Banner. It's like no killing Banners, offing Banners. Shit. I thought.
I do not
Uh,
want to see that. I liked when
all
set when
right.
he
So basically, if you
his
want to know
shit
the
juicy,
context,
bro.
you know light sphere, right? That in the when Null first was introduced, when he was fighting like those light gods and that.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Vanos was using that against him, but he lost because Vanos said, "You can't beat me. There's no darkness you can use." And Null said, "Bet," and then went inside his guts and like did this shit.
Yo, he went inside his guts.
Oh, that's peak. That's fucking crazy. Bro, I need to read
Yeah.
comics and Doctor Doom. To be honest, I need to read a lot of comics. I don't really read that many. Oh, I don't really read that many comics.
Oh wait. Yeah, yeah. Null's got his own comic run. He wants to. He
I think
wants
another
to control
issue.
the light force.
Yeah, I think that was what issue 2. I think issue 3 is coming out this week.
Wait,
This is
he
no.
absorbed the
This is
light
issue
and
three.
stuff.
This is issue three.
Oh, okay. So issue 4 should be this week then, because I remember seeing it.
Yeah, issue four is going to be him like wanting to take control of the light force.
Oh god, bro, wasn't it like really hard for the Avengers to stop him to begin with? Or is that
Wait,
just
wait,
Tony
Yes,
wait.
Black?
yes,
The life force, bro. Hold up, because like
yes. The light force
that's Wanda. That's
dimension.
Wanda's power, bro.
Doesn't
Oh no,
that
it's
also deal with like
not.
Phoenix and stuff like that, or whatever her name is? Or am I wrong?
No, the light force is different, bro. The light force is different. Get that shit out here. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, it is. It is. It has stuff to do with it, but like, I think this the light force dimension has like full. I don't know. We don't know much about the light force dimension. We barely get any context with it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. If you look, I'm not like if you look at every statement of the life force dimension, it has barely any statements.
Man.
Who wins each side? For Goku, Ghost Rider, and Hulk. And then also, didn't his son like destroy the fucking planet when they were fighting each other? And he literally Banner literally beat Death himself.
Yeah, he was literally going relative to death, bro.
What?
What?
What? The- Thanos likes how the penance stare feels. That's some weird kinky shit right there. What the hell? Oh, that's
Yeah, I was just thinking the same. Yeah, like honestly, it's not that big of a deal. If it like takes too long or whatever, like I don't really need it. Like I don't really care that much. Like yeah,
Yeah.
All right,
All
my
right, see
boy.
ya, bro.
Y'all be smooth, man.
Yeah, good to remember.